What's up YouTube, Linuxfanman here. So for today's vlog, we're going to be playing Super Mario Bros. Special 35th Anniversary Edition. Now this game was released in 1986 on the PC-88 system by Nintendo and Hudson Soft as a joint venture. Now the thing about this is that it didn't have side scrolling on the PC-88. It just, you went from screen to screen to screen basically. So this hack actually puts the Super Mario's engine from the NES into it, so you can play it on the NES, and that way it has side scrolling and other things. This is a really great game, guys, so I would suggest finding it and downloading it. Now, I did want to bring up a couple other things before we really get into this game here. So during my PS2 take a look at video, there's a couple of things that I wanted to mention that I forgot to put in there. Actually, they kind of made the cutting room floor. One is this is the Falcon 030 system, the Microbox by Atari. Now this was a prototype system that they were going to release, but unfortunately we know what happened with Atari and the computer division and everything else, kind of like Commodore. But as you can see, the similarities between the PS2 and this system is just amazing. I mean, if you painted this thing black, it would look just like the PlayStation 2. Oh, sorry about that, guys. The emulator just shut down on me on my computer for some reason. I don't know what the hell happened, but now I went ahead and replayed the first level. I didn't want to re-record everything that I was talking about during that, so we're just going to continue on here. So now we're on level 1-2. So the next thing I kind of wanted to bring up, guys, was the Sony Psx. Now, if you're a retro gamer like me, you probably already know about this system. But just in case you guys didn't, I didn't bring this up in my take a look at PS2 video. So I kind of wanted to mention this as well. So the Sony Psx was basically a DVR and a PS2 all bundled into one system. It had a hard drive included in it where you could record your movies or TV shows or whatever on there and watch later, just like any other DVR nowadays. Plus, like I said, it had the PlayStation 2 built in. So Sony was kind of ahead of the times there with doing that. And unfortunately, it was kind of popular in Japan when it first released, but then it lost popularity and then it was never released anywhere else but Japan, unfortunately. And trying to find one of these systems is nearly impossible, and if you do, you're going to be paying up the ass for it. So now we'll kind of get back to this game here. So the Super Mario Bros. Special, like I said, was released in 1986 by Nintendo and Hudson Soft as a joint venture, released on the PC-88 system. Now what this game is basically trying to bring Super Mario Bros. To those folks, like I said, that computer was not powerful enough for side-scrolling, so it couldn't scroll like a Super Mario Bros. Does on the Nintendo. So it was a good game, and the people on the system did like it. Unfortunately, if you played it on the NES and then you tried to play it on the PC-88, you would think it was a horrible game just because basically the side-scrolling features. The cool thing about this game is that it includes enemies from... Jesus Christ. See, this is how I always die. Enemies don't kill me. It's always me just falling down pits or into lava or... Anyway, guys, it also includes enemies and other things from like Donkey Kong as well in here. Power-ups, so like you have the hammer to be able to destroy enemies with. So it's kind of cool. It's a different take on Super Mario Bros., which includes other games from Mario's past in it. So it's kind of cool. And so with the Super Mario Bros. Game here being on the Nintendo, I kind of wanted to bring up a few other things. So developers are making games for basically all these retro game systems that I have here. I know there's a new Dracula game being developed for the ColecoVision that the graphics just look amazing and it looks like NES quality graphics. There's a couple other games, and I can't remember what their names are, that's being developed for the Dreamcast right now. Also, a few on the Atari 2600 system are being developed. That's a constant thing. People are always developing for the Atari 2600. But I just kind of want to let you guys know that there are new games being developed for these systems all the time. So just keep an eye out for these games when they do pop up. So I want to take some time and just thank my subscribers once again for subbing to my channel. Please share, like, and everything else. Kind of let people know that my channel exists out there so I start getting more subs. Like I said, I'd like to get 100 subs by the end of the summer. That's kind of like what my goal is right now. So let's see if we can actually reach that, guys. And if you're a new viewer and you're just seeing this for the first time, click on that subscribe button down below, hit like, and then go ahead and click on that bell too so you get notifications when I drop new content. So another thing I kind of wanted to mention was the Amiga 500 mini system that's out right now by Retro Games. I've heard rumors, this hasn't been 100% verified yet, but from what I'm hearing, that they're looking at releasing a Maxi version of this, so you'll have the full-size keyboard, basically a full-size Amiga 500 with the keyboard and everything else, just like the Maxi version of the Commodore 64. So that would be amazing if they do launch that. Like I said, this is just pure speculation and rumor right now, but it's sounding a lot more positive than it did just a year ago. So it's sounding like Retro Games is going to be probably developing and releasing this, which would be just an amazing thing. It'd be kind of cool having, you know, basically a newer Amiga 500. Damn it. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's always lava. It's always falling down a pit. It's always something. I barely ever get hit by enemies, guys. It's so freaking hilarious. One of my upcoming projects is going to be doing the AV modifications for essentially all my RF systems. Now, I'm going to start with my Atari systems first. Now, I'm not going to buy the pre-made circuit board that just basically you solder into the Atari. No, I don't do that kind of thing. So what I'm going to do is do the AV mod by myself. I'm actually going to get the breadboard, the components, and basically make everything myself. And I'll show you guys how to do that as well. So that's going to be an upcoming video. I don't know how soon it'll be, hopefully within the next month or so. But we'll be taking a look into that. I just got to find the parts and pieces and everything. I'm going to try to buy a capacitor kit and try to buy a resistor kit as well. Not for just the Atari, but basically it has every resistor and every capacitor that's common inside of there. So I'll have like 100 of, you know, 2.3K resistors or something, so I can continue to make these AV mods if needed. If like my friends come to me and need them done. I have about 9 systems that I have to do this on, including my pawn systems, so definitely going to be using those. Another thing that I'm going to be doing is pretty much restoring the Atari 5200. I've got some plans in mind. It needs new capacitors, it needs the AV mod, it needs the analog stick calibration for centering. You do that on the motherboard. There's a little pot that you can adjust on there to do that. And obviously the controllers need some help as well. They are horrible. And I've got some ideas on how I can modify the controller to make it a lot better. So I'm going to try to put those plans into motion and see if I can get this 5200 up and running again like it should be, like it was brand new again. So there's a few channels on YouTube that I kind of want you guys to check out as well. There's 2 retro gaming channels that I think are just the greatest. They've been around forever. Back when I was on YouTube before 2010, basically we were doing videos not together, but with one another. We were collaborating and doing other things back then. The first one is Rob Maximum R&D's Classic Gaming Channel. I'll put a link down in the description as well. And essentially he's been on YouTube forever. He's done retro gaming stuff. You should check him out. He's got a great channel. He's a great guy. MN12Bird is another one. He's been on YouTube forever. He does retro gaming. He does basically console restoration, especially with like Game Boys and other things like that. Puts new screens in them, that type of thing. He does a lot of PC related stuff too. He works, I believe, in like a PC store or electronics store, so he does a lot of like PC upgrading things, gaming stuff. So you should definitely check out his channel as well. A really cool guy. The third YouTuber I want to bring up is Hal Electronica. He's a good friend of mine. We went to high school together. He produces music, and you really should check out his channel. He's got some great music on there, and I know he's working on some music for my channel as well. I'm not too sure if he'll do anybody else's channel, just because we're good friends, but you should definitely check out his channel. He's got some really cool music on there and some really good groovy things, so check that out. So that just about does it for today's video, guys. I just kind of wanted to show you this Super Mario Brothers game. Really cool. You guys should download it, check it out. If you're a fan of the original Super Mario Brothers, you're definitely going to love this game. It's not super hard, but it does get harder as the levels go on. So just keep that in mind, just like the original Super Mario Brothers. So it can get frustrating at some points. I also just wanted to bring up those channels I was talking about. Make sure you check their links down in the description. Check out their channels, subscribe to them. They're really amazing people. Go ahead and do that as well, guys. And lastly, I just wanted to say thanks to all my subscribers once again. And if you haven't subbed and you love this content, go ahead and sub to me. Click that little notification bell. And also click on a like down there for me too if you like this. Alrighty, guys. Well, you have a great one. Peace out.